Alright, welcome back to How to Create Hero Concepts. Today we're going to be talking about devices, specifically turrets, using a character that dual wields two types of turrets. Bucky, roles attack, playstyle is shooter because it uses a gun as a primary, and description is money man. As we talked about with Andre, human hybrids in this world don't exactly have to be crossed with animals, but can also be crossed with materials. This guy is literally crossed with money. He's literally made out of coins, dollar bills, and liquid gold. He's literally a man made out of money. Anyway, his primary is coin counter, an SMG-like gun. His passive is investment. As you can see up here, do 50% more damage for a limited time when getting an assist. So instead of getting a kill, he can get an assist, which is basically just helping someone else get a kill, and he deals 50% more damage if he gets an assist. Paper plane, use money glider to glide from height. So it's not a flying ability, it's basically a glide. You glide from one ledge to another, you can fly over choke points, over passage points. You're basically just gliding from one height to another height. And now we get to the turrets. Personal Sentry. Your sentry arm auto-aims the nearest enemy. So you have a module that sticks out of your arm and fires on the nearest enemy. So it's basically if you're like holding a turret on your hand. It's like if your arm has a literal turret on it and it auto-aims the nearest enemy. The enemies on the enemy team can destroy this module, shooting your arm, which deals damage to the module before it deals damage to you. So it's like extra armor, but it's also a turret on your arm. So they're trying to get rid of the turret, and then they'll get rid of you. Sentry pack. Activate your sentry backpack to target the nearest enemy. So let's take that turret that's on your arm and place it on your back. So now you have a turret on your arm that they can destroy, and you also have a turret on your back that targets the nearest enemy that they also have to hit in order to kill. So it's going to be harder to kill sentry pack because it's on your back, but they can just sneak up behind you and take care of it. So yeah, you have two sentry turrets, one on your arm and one on your back, that you can use every 10 seconds once it's destroyed. And then coin dropper. Drop some coins to heal allies. So basically you're just tossing some coins, and those coins heal allies that are low. Basic deal where money, even though it's the root of all evil, can be used to heal allies because you're a man out of money, and that's literally the only thing you can do to heal allies, is just give them part of your body to heal themselves. And then ultimate dollar floor. Change the floor structure of an objective area with money that heals allies on or in the objective area. So let's say yours is a control point. The entire control point floor is turned to money so that allies that are on that objective area are constantly healed. Let's say it's a payload. The payload turns to gold, and everyone who is on the payload gets healed instantly. Let's say you're defending an objective or going to an objective. The objective pathway heals you if you're on the objective, or if you're on the objective area itself, you're actually being healed constantly. Again, the objective area, or whatever the objective is where the dollar floor is, and if your allies are in that area, they're being healed constantly, kept alive. Alright, let's go to the stat block. And so we can see exactly what this character does. As you can see, Personal Sentry shoots 10 shots, two 10 damage shots per second, and the Sentry Pack shoots 2 20 damage shots per second. So the Sentry Pack actually does more damage than the Personal Sentry does, but that makes sense because the Sentry Pack is more bulky, is a backpack, more powerful, while the Personal Sentry is on your arm and can be destroyed pretty quickly. Alright, so let's do Bucky. Bucky is the name. Description is money man, a man made out of literal money. Playstyle is shooter. And primary is coin counter, the SMG-like weapon, which means since it's a gun, it's going to be a manual attack, so it uses projectiles. Passive is investment. As we said, if you get an assist, you get a 50% damage boost for a limited time. And then we have paper plane. The glider allows you to glide from place to place. Then we have the Personal Sentry, which is on your arm, the smaller turret. And then we have the Sentry Pack, which is the backpack turret, the larger turret. And the paper plane, of course, is a glider, so it's just going to be an ability. Doesn't do any damage, just gets you from A to B. Your turrets are going to be your 2 auto, because of course they use auto aim in order to fire. And then I think finally we have coin dropper. Yes, the healing. You drop some coins to heal up your allies. And then finally we have your ultimate, which is Dollar Floor, which is the same thing as Coin Dropper, except you drop $2,000 bills. Each dollar bill heals for 1 health. And of course, your health is 200. And we're going to give it the poison because, of course, it's on the ground. So most things that are on the ground that are kind of fluid-like, dollar bills aren't really fluid, but they're pretty much fluid because, I mean, it's a bunch of paper pieces on the ground. So it kind of acts like fluid. Alright, let's review his story, and then we will review the episode for today's lesson. A CEO turned human hybrid as his skin is made of dollar bills with his blood being pure liquid gold and his cells being shaped like coins. Like I said with Andre, it doesn't have to be an organism that the human is crossed with. It can just be money. In this case, dollars, gold, and his cells are shaped like coins. He's literally a man that is made of money. Now, he is a bad guy. He is a villain. His new goal is to spread the reach of the dollar currency to overtake the current digital market currencies, making his currency the sole global currency again. He basically wants to revert the cyber system back to the modern day system of the US dollar being the most powerful currency. So he's technically a villain. It may not seem like much, but if you're trying to overtake the entire digital marketplace to make your currency the sole currency, well, that kind of makes you the most powerful man in the world now, doesn't it? Because everyone has to buy your currency in order to use it. So yeah, he's still a super villain, but his goal is a little bit more secret. His goal may not seem like much until you realize that everyone has to buy his currency, which means he's going to be the most powerful man when it comes to economics. Alright, so that's going to be the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. We talked about turrets and how they're auto-aim devices. They auto-aim the nearest enemy, basically doing passive damage because their shots basically hit 100% as long as the enemy is in its range and is in its line of sight. It will fire upon them. Talked about different types of turrets, how one of them is weaker than the other, but that's because it's also easier to destroy. And thank you so much for watching. Like if you like, dislike if you don't, subscribe if you like it. I'll see you guys next time. Toodaloo!